65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going to give this time to the tailback. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the turkey bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at about the 31.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Tua. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jalen Phillips in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that's complete to Shepard. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Looking to pass, Tua. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On play action, they'll throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 48, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there for the Dolphins. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Salvon Ahmed. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Amon-Ra St. Brown going to bring it out of his end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Check 99. Check 99. Check your hot read. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
They go back to Carson here on second.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Dolphins 14, Lions 7.
Two and now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 10.
I got you, son. I got you. Switch.
They'll try the left side. It's Carson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. Forced out to his left. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's second and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are the things you have to look out for in games like this.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll set up to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Deep for Detroit, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Tua. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
On first down, Carson. And he stopped immediately there.
Noah Igbenogany that time up to make the play defensively.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. sees that the ball's moved to the middle, and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
55, mark, guys, 55.
Now Tua. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 21-14.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From his end zone is St. Brown. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play, but it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage, and in the end, that became a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's going to be caught by Waddle. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. This one swung out to Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll look to throw again.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From his end zone is St. Brown. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, here's Tua. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Carson. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. An important play right here. 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Here's St. Brown on the return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Check 37, check 37.
Here's Carson.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Tua. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
From midfield, here's Tua. Being chased out left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a wind of maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Play action, now it's Tua. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. This is Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Tua going to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Gonzalez's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Right back to him on 1st down. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On second down, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll try the left side. Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle.
Brings up second and 10 at the Dolphins' 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So third down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Now Tua. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number, 920, almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000. What a phenomenal achievement if he gets there, and I have no reason to believe he won't.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On second and 9, Tua. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Jalen Phillips picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brings up third down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Lions 31, Dolphins 24. Jack Fox, the kickoff for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
He'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but now it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They'll set up a throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now As you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Lions, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.